My name's Scrap Sparks, and I'm a Bratsmith. I am based out of Artisans Asylum in Allston, Mass. A lot of my work is integrally informed by my experience as a queer person, by my experience as a person of color, as a disabled person, right? The self-defense hairpins I make are a really good example of this. They are a piece of art that is wearable. It's using all traditional blacksmithing and joinery techniques and putting them into a modern context quite literally, right? The reason I like the self-defense hairpins so much is because they are critically informed by my experience as a marginalized person, because we can see all these techniques and layers and artistic intention and design, but these would have never been created if I didn't feel unsafe walking home at night. In order to create this hairpin, I need to first make a split at the end that is going to form those prongs that sit in the palm of your hand. I started with a round piece of material. I need to flatten that out so I can set it down on the anvil to cut it with the chisel. I place down a piece of aluminum and I'm able to start cutting down the middle with the chisel. Afterwards, I finish up that cut by placing it in the vise. You'll notice I put pieces of aluminum in the vise just not to mark up my material. The next step is to start the hole that will turn into that ring that your finger goes through. I start this hole with a chisel that I will cut all the way through. I then have to drift that open, so I take a piece of material that is flat on one end and round on the length of it, and I stick the flat end in and I hammer that through all the way. Afterwards, I need to widen out that hole. I will place it on a bic and I will start to widen that out by putting a pipe around the piece of material and using that to distribute the force from my hammer evenly while I hammer it onto that tapered piece of material. I then have to go back and use a smaller hammer to lengthen out the two pieces on either side of the ring to make them a little thinner and also make the ring a little larger. After I am done punching the hole through, I want to put my maker's mark on there, which just kind of is blacksmith's way of signing their work. I use the square and circle to mimic my glasses, but also my own asymmetry. From there, I do a close to final shaping on the bic, and then I will heat up the end and I will open up the two pieces that I bent back into each other for convenience. Once those are opened up, I need to raise that up in the vise and tinker with the shape of the circle a little more. And once I got that to a place I like it, I will turn it around and put the entire piece in the other direction, cut off the length I need, and then taper it down to a point. Once I'm done drawing out my piece of material, I do some final adjustments to the ring as well as the drawn out tines, and then I finish it off by giving it a wax coating. A water resistant and also like very smooth feeling finish. To any other artists who are queer or disabled or artists of color generally, especially to the ones of us who are in fields that we are underrepresented, we are the people who will push the boundaries of our medium. We are the people who will create the thing that no one's seen before. Our path might be one of the hardest, but we will create some of the most groundbreaking work. Marginalized artists uniquely have the power to create something that no one has seen before.